house, of course, the tenants owes us money every month at least. So in Build-In, the way we do it is we enter tenant's charge fee, and then we offset that fee by clicking receive payments. So first of all, we enter the charge for the payment owed by the tenant. Okay, so let's go to rentals, rent rolls, and usually we just pick any properties. Let's say I'm picking this one, and I go to financials. Okay, so here's a spot where I can input receive payment and enter charge. If I haven't received the payment, of course, I don't click here. So the idea is to enter the charge first by clicking, let's say I rent this house for $750. The date has to be the reporting month. So let's say I'm doing the report for this month, then I June, then I put a date in June. So I enter a charge here, and I can put rent. It depends on what. Let's say if this tenant just moved in, and then the tenant leaves a security deposit as well. What I can put here is security for the memo, boss deposit, and first month rent. Okay, and selecting accounts also very important. So here I have security deposit liability as a account, and I can add role. I can put in the rent because when I talk to this tenant, I know that I'm supposed to receive this too. So the second account, I will say that is the rent income. Same thing, it is $750. Let's just put it that way. But then see, this is a reminder saying that, hey, this total amount should match with this one. So what I do is I do some calculation, which was already done by the system, and I put it here, save it, and save the charges. Okay, so by saving the charges, you're gonna see it here. Okay, so this is what I just saved. So by increasing this ledger, these financials, this means how much the tenant owes our company. Okay, so by the time we receive this payment, what we do is receive payment, and then the number was 150. I say they give me a check received from the tenant. It comes up right away. Payment for security deposit and rent, first month rent. Okay, so I have the memo here, and what I can do is here I received $750, and here I received the rent income. I received $750, and I save the payment. Okay, so as you can see, the first input I was putting the charge. Okay, I was putting the charge saying that, hey, this tenant owes us $1,500, but I haven't received it. And then the balance increases. But then if I receive that payment on the same day, I can just input it in, and then have it offset this charge, and then it goes back to the original number. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So what we did is when we have a charge, we demonstrated how we inputted the charge for the security deposit and how to offset that number by clicking receive payment. Okay. Then we explained about how the balance looks like. The more the balance is, the higher the balance is, means the more the tenant owes. So from this chart, it is very clearly to tell us that, for example, the rent $800, okay, it has been paid. $800, it has been paid for only $750, $800, $750, back and forth. And then I can find out that I don't see any amount coming in for April. I don't see any amount coming in for May, but some money coming in June. So this is the way we can review, and then we can keep on reminding the tenant to provide the payment. Okay. Once the payment receives, it is the time that we can do the receive payment and then balance out, offset that charge. So this is how we do it each month. Since this is a demo, I was able to delete the charge very simply by clicking here. There's a delete button. Okay, like this, I can delete the charge. The payment is a little bit more complicated. I need to click here, edit, and then go inside this sheet, and then cross this out to be able to delete the whole payment. Save payment. One more time. Oh, I can delete payment here too. Okay, so let's delete the payment like this. Okay, so it didn't let me save because it doesn't make sense if I delete everything, cross out anything and still save that payment, right? Okay, so see, it's not there anymore. So that was the single way to enter a property in a charge. However, our rent is fixed. We're renting a house. This fee is fixed. Therefore, what we do is to enter recurring charges for rent, because it will pop up every month. That way we don't have to. Enter each month. Just save us some time. So let's do it this way. Enter charge. It is in the recurring transaction, so it's still enter charge, but it's not in the ledger section. It's in the recurring charge section. Okay, so I would say 750 again. Select the account. It is the rent income, and I can write a memo. Monthly rent is 750, and select frequency. Usually we pick every month, and the next day that the number pops up, the will be entered, will be the next first of the month, I believe. Okay, so until end of terms. Okay, we can also post it, let's say how many days in advance. That's totally our control. Basically, if we put this, then it can help us to do these reminders every month. Then we don't have to do it every month. It saves us some time, like I said. All right, so this is how we enter charges, and then when we receive the payment, even with the recurring charges, we can do that because it automatically goes up in our ledger on the date that we set. And then when we receive the payment, we simply have to click on receive payment in order to offset the ledger. All right.